Welcome to Scambaiting Emails. I'm certain this will be one of our shortest videos, probably because I was corresponding with a very highly placed and important national figure. It all begins with this email from Director, United States. You know, the one at the fund office. Like all very important email, the kind that important government employees send, it's addressed not to me, but to an unknown number of undisclosed recipients. Director Janet begins, "This is to inform you that the U.S. Department of the Treasury has approved your funds worth $10,500,000 with Bank United USA. Reply to this email address," and she gives an email address. "Thanks, Janet Yellen, Director, United States, Secretary of the Treasury." That's kind of weird, don't you think? Frankly, I'm puzzled, and I don't mind telling Director Yellen so. "Dear Janet, I have received your message, but frankly, I'm puzzled. I don't know anything about $10,500,000 worth of funds that are mine. Are you sure I am the correct person you are trying to reach? Or perhaps it might be someone else with my last name, but who isn't me. While no doubt I could use $10,500,000, it wouldn't feel right to take it if it actually belongs to someone else. Thank you ahead of time in advance for any information you can give me that would help me understand all this. In sincerity, Rob, or as my friends call me, Rob McClellan." Janet replies just a few hours later. As a no-nonsense, highly placed government official, clearly she is accustomed to fast and clear communications. "Dear Beneficiary Rob McClellan, this is to inform you that we received your email. Do contact the paying bank, Bank United Inc. USA, Chief Financial Officer, to take you through the process of receiving this fund with the below contact email address and keep us informed so we can follow up the process to ensure its success." And there's an email address for Leslie N. Lunak, Chief Financial Officer of Bank United Inc. Finally, you are advised to adhere to the bank instructions and copy me any email you are sending or receiving from the Bank United Inc. USA. Janet Yellen, Director, United States, Secretary of the Treasury. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, couldn't that just be some practical joker pretending to be Janet Yellen, when in reality he or she is not Janet Yellen? Well, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. My mama didn't raise no fool, and let me tell you, I wasn't born yesterday. I know which side of my bagel my butter is on. This isn't my first rodeo. I've been around the block a few times. Let's get real here. I didn't come down in the last shower. Believe me, I'm no greenhorn, and gullible is not my middle name. You want proof that it really is Janet Yellen? Fine. What? Do I hear someone saying that's not enough proof that her ID needs to be certified? Fine. So let's see if the Chief Financial Officer of Bank United Inc. USA can shed more light on this $10.5 million fund. "Hello, Leslie. A mutual friend of ours, Janet Yellen, asked me to contact you regarding some sort of financial fund that she says belongs to me. Apparently, I am some sort of beneficiary somehow. Do you know what she's talking about?" CFO Leslie N. Lunak of Bank United Bank appears to know exactly what Janet is talking about. "Attention, Rob McClellan. Your email was received. Do reconfirm the below-listed personal bank details correctly and completely to enable us proceed your fund transfer process as instructed. Every document, hard copy, regarding this transfer will be shipped to you as soon as we successfully complete your transfer. Reconfirm the below details completely ASAP." And they ask for a bunch of personal information that frankly is none of their business. And then they ask for banking details, a lot of details there. And then they continue. "As this matter is urgent, I would appreciate a reply as soon as possible. Very important. Thanks, Leslie N. Lunak, Chief Financial Officer, Bank United Inc." While Leslie's reply was encouraging, I still haven't received answers to the most important questions I had put to Janet. So, "Hello, Leslie. Thank you for your reply to the email I sent you earlier. When Janet first contacted me about this financial mishegas, I was both intrigued and confused. I am very interested in this venture. I mean, receiving $10,500,000 seems like an impossible dream. Although I keep getting older, I still feel that I've got a lot of living to do, and that money could come in very handy. So I replied to Janet to ask just a couple of easy, for her or for you, questions to help me understand what this is all about. I will repeat those questions here for your benefit. Would you please be kind enough to elucidate me regarding these small issues? Once I understand exactly what we're talking about, I'm sure I'll be quite excited about it, unless Janet's email was sent to me by accident. These are the easy questions I asked Janet, and I repeat those 2 easy questions. I realize that as CFO, you're probably busy a lot of the time, so those should be my only questions. Thank you ahead of time in advance for knowing exactly what all of this is and what it is I should do to help with the project. In sincerity, Rob McClenn. P.S. Are you in Miami Lakes? If so, we're only a few hours away from each other. I am in Polk County. Perhaps we could meet in person, where probably it would be easier for you to explain this stuff to me. Leslie responds promptly, but not really very helpfully. Attention Rob McClenn. Your email was received. As regards your question, be informed that you are the rightful beneficiary of the stated fund, and we are not mistaken. So do reconfirm the below-listed personal bank details correctly and completely to enable us proceed your fund transfer process as instructed. Well, she kind of answered one of my questions. Needless to say, I didn't get where I am today by having someone not answer all of my questions, and I don't hesitate to tell Leslie that her next reply had better be fulsome and chock full of information if she wants our highly enjoyable communications to continue. Hello, Leslie. Thank you for replying to my earlier email to you and confirming that my identity is the correct one. What I don't yet understand is what this fund is all about and how events arrange themselves so that I am a beneficiary of this fund. I know a lot of people would say I shouldn't look inside a gift horse's mouth and just accept the money with no questions asked, but this is such a large financial transaction that first I really do need to understand what this is all about. I understand you probably are quite busy, which is why I will be grateful to you if you'll take just a couple of minutes to explain what this fund is all about and what I did to qualify as a beneficiary. Is this some sort of inheritance? Although sometimes I do buy a lottery ticket at the 7-Eleven, I assume if I had won something with one of those tickets, I would have been contacted by the lottery people, so I don't think that's it. Also, I don't know if this matters, but I've never had an account with Bank United Inc. If the answers to my questions would be too time-consuming for you to answer in an email, let's make an appointment for me to come to your corporate headquarters and discuss it in person. I don't mind making the drive, and probably it'd be much easier for you to explain all this to me in a real conversation. I'm sure we wouldn't need more than 10 to 15 minutes, so it wouldn't take up much of your time at all, if that much. In fact, maybe you could explain it to me over lunch, my treat. I haven't eaten at Lum's for at least 10 years. If you haven't already eaten there, I'm sure you would love it too. I could come on either Wednesday or Thursday of this coming week. Is one of those days better for you? If we make a lunch meeting, I would try to schedule my arrival for right around noon. Will either of those days work for you? Please let me know. In sincerity, Rob McClenn. P.S. This is a really small detail, but it helps for me to know in advance. If we are having our meeting at your bank instead of at Lum's, am I correct in assuming you can have them validate my parking? The last time I was in Miami, just parking my car, even for 20 minutes, was ridiculously expensive. It's not really the extra expense that bothers me. Probably like most people, I just don't like being ripped off by greedy parking attendants. I knew that inviting Leslie to lunch would be a big icebreaker and lead to a much more fruitful dialogue between us, creating the foundation of a meaningful and lasting friendship. Surprisingly, however, she doesn't reply to my email, and I never hear from her again. Now, I know what you're thinking, and you're probably correct. She was prevented from accepting my invitation because of what no doubt is her lifelong fear of intimacy. The idea of getting closer to me as a person was terrifying, especially considering my undeniable charisma and charm, both of which I have lots of. And frankly, it seems that I'm doing all the work in this particular correspondence, and they're responding with little in return. I didn't get where I am today by corresponding with someone who expects me to do all the work in building and maintaining the relationship. There are lots of people who would love to build and maintain a relationship with me, believe me. I'm sure I'll find plenty of them in my spam folder. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel so you'll know whenever I've added a new Scambaiting email video. If you'll be kind enough to share your comments, suggestions, requests, and reactions to this video in the comments section below, I promise to make sure Rob sees it. It's been an honor to share this brief scambaiting adventure with you. In sincerity and on behalf of Rob McClint.